welcome to a new reading vlog slash life vlog. My name is Ash and you're watching Smoke Shelves. I thought I would just start the vlog with a reading update because I actually have one of those for you. Round of applause for me, seriously. It's not a good one. I finished Long Shot. I gave it 1 star. I don't give things 1 star often, like at all. Like I think this is the 3rd book ever I've given 1 star. So I think that says a lot about how I'm feeling about it. Where do I start with this one? I don't want to say too much here because whatever I say will be super spoily. So I'm just gonna link my Goodreads review down below because it said a lot. What I will say is that it was very graphic. I can't say much. It had, what I'll say is I had a culmination of a bunch of tropes I absolutely hate. Like I really don't like them in books. Some very graphic scenes, like many graphic scenes. Oh, sorry if you can hear the ambulance. Yeah, anyways, some shallow character development, just did not like it, like at all. Like it takes a lot for me to rate a book 1 star. And this did that. And this is probably gonna be my least favorite book of the year because of that. I mean, it definitely is. I've not rated any other books 1 star this year. Like the books that I rate 2 stars are usually like, I don't really like them, but they're not terrible, you know? Like it takes a lot for me to rate something 1 star. This did that. I don't know how in my life it did that. I was really looking forward to reading Kennedy Ryan, and one day I'll try again, but for now, yikes. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Definitely gonna be my least favorite book of the year. It's hard to top that. It really is. It really is hard to top that. As for Radio Silence, it's literally sitting like right there. You can't even see, it's just out of frame. I have not touched it since because I was focused on finishing the audiobook of Long Shot. Tonight, hopefully, I'll get a chance to read it. No worries. I will definitely finish it before the month is out. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Read my Goodreads review if you are feeling up to it. If you want to be spoiled and you haven't read it, or if you read it and you want to see why I didn't rate it even somewhat decent, yeah, just check it. I should also say, if I seem more low energy than normal, it's because I'm not feeling great. I'm also dealing with a fruit fly infestation in my room right now. I've killed like 50 fucking fruit flies in the last 24 hours. And aka last 24 hours, I mean literally in the span of like 2 hours last night. And then a couple this morning. So I'm not having a good start to my weekend. I'm just not feeling great. I slept in really late. I was not expecting to sleep until 2. But you know what? If it happens, it happens. Cue a montage of, I don't know, me doing homework again, as always. Anyways, I'm gonna go do that now. Reading update from very late in the evening on the 30th, aka technically the 31st already. I have read a lot more Radio Silence at this point. I'm on page 289, so I'm about 3/4 of the way in. You can see it on my bookmark, and you can see how much I've tabbed. That looks about right. I have that much left. I'm about to start Christmas holiday. I'm very fucking stressed. Just knowing what I know is going to happen is stressing me out. I have been tabbing like under blue all the signs of what's happening with the lead, and it's so obvious. It's so obvious. I don't know how I didn't see any of this the first time around, and I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed for lead. I know it'll be okay in the end. I know he has a happy ending. I'm just stressed. I just passed the talk that Francis and Daniel have when they are at their Cambridge interviews. The way Daniel describes a lead being Demi, I just, like literally, the way he talks about lead and how he responds to any situation Daniel puts him in their relationship, it just hits so close to home. It really, really does. I never got to a connection that they have, so I've never experienced this kind of feeling myself, but I know, I understand the lead's approach and just feelings, and oh, I love him so much. I love these characters so much. I just love what happens, you know. I don't love what happens, but I love this book. You see, like, Francis mentioned just a lead sounding tired, and I'm like, my soul hurts. My soul hurts for lead and what he goes through. I don't want to read through Christmas holiday. It makes me so nervous, but I will. This book will make me cry again. And I'm not mad about that. I am not mad about that. I should finish this. I have 100 pages left, so not much more. Okay, I'm gonna go keep reading. It's late, but I want to keep reading. I just want to finish this tonight. I thought I would just check in. I am very close to being done. I got to page 389, and it's just where Aled just comes out to Daniel. Yes, I cried. I love it so much. I love that scene. I love this book with my whole heart. I literally have 15 pages left. I just don't want it to end. Hello. Quick check-in. It is the 1st of November. I am about to go out for dinner with my friend. We are going to this very posh Vietnamese place. It looks very nice. I will try to take some videos while I'm there. No guarantees, because I never do, because I'm terrible at vlogging in public, because it's scary. I never updated on video silence. I, at this point, have a wrap-up put up and a review, so I will just link to the wrap-up here, link to the review below. Y'all know I loved it. That's all you gotta know. Anyways, I'm out to go do that. Hello. I legitimately don't know when the last time I checked in is, so yeah, it is Saturday, November 6th. I would have already put in a few clips of me studying. I have not had the chance to read at all this month, which I don't love to do. I like to start off my month reading. I just like to start off strong every month, and I usually do get a book in at this point, but to say the least, I have not been able to do that. It has been one of my most hectic weeks yet. I had a quiz that I had to take that took literally 7 hours. I have a paper to write worth a quarter of my grade that I already got an extension on. Also, please excuse the disheveled look that is me right now. I was like, put the hair back, let's go, you know, let's just get the work done. I've been very poorly doing this paper. Also, I don't know what it is, but today it feels like the window is extra loud, so sorry if you heard any car noises. Clearly I'm doing great over here. I went out last night because I was like, it's been a week. I think I'm gonna put clips in. I don't actually know what I have from last night. I might have some clips. So if I throw them in, yeah, great, good job me. It's just the story of my life is that I'm just never gonna have time to read again, at least for the foreseeable future, aka the next year while I'm in this program, because I hope not. I would very much like to have a weekend to read. I think I can get next weekend in, which will be a whole new vlog at that point anyways. But I think next weekend I will not have assignments and quizzes and papers. I literally only have 2 weeks left of one of my classes and 3 weeks of my other one, which means that I'm like halfway through one of them and like almost done with the other, because 2 of my 3 classes this semester were 5 weeks long. Bask in the fact that I have no time. Hopefully, maybe I can actually get to some reading plans that I have had planned for a long time. I've had to keep pushing back this one specific video that I want to do because I've been so busy. And I don't like doing that. I want to get this out to you because I love the idea. I want to be able to read the books. I just don't have the time. The one good thing that came out of the week is I did actually set up with the library system. So I got my digital card, so I finally can use Libby again after many years. So I already have Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which I'm trying to read at some point because it's the Tea Time Reads book. I think they said they are shipping out my actual physical card. We'll see. Maybe I can get into a physical library for the first time in literally years. That's been everything. I figured I would at least check in with something. When will I next talk to you? No clue. But hopefully y'all will get me one more time, if I remember, before I close out the vlog. Maybe, hopefully, potentially a reading update. If not, at least I'll tell you when I finish my paper, because I will finish it tomorrow. All right, back to whatever the hell I bring you next. Good morning. It is now morning-ish, almost noonish, on the 17th. On the 7th. I'm losing my mind over here. And last night, oh, I should probably slide over. I finally just started a book. I was like, I just want to read something, anything, something. And so I picked up Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It is the Tea Time Reads book of the month. I've mentioned it before in my wrap up and hopefuls. Yeah, so I finished the first story. I think it's like 5 or 6 short stories, which I was kind of aware of that, but they're not long. I mean, the book's only like 200 something pages. So it's a very short book, but I finished The Lovers. I'm feeling okay about it. I don't really have much thoughts. I feel like the stories are so short. I don't want to like say anything that would give anything away if you haven't read the book. I mean, I know it's been out for a while at this point. I think it was released in 2015, and then I don't know when it was translated, but I started that. I'm happy I finally started a book, even if that means reading like a story a night for the week kind of thing. I'm okay doing that. I'm up late regardless, generally. Yeah, that's my only update. I'm gonna go eat food with my friend, and we're gonna go to the library. I may or may not vlog some stuff. We'll see. I think the last time that I checked up was Saturday or Sunday. That sounds about right, when I was doing my paper, which submitted now. I finished it like I finished it Sunday 10 p.m.-ish. It took me like all day to write it, but it's done. That class is pretty much officially over. It's just a final exam in December at some point. I am currently reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I am 2 stories in. Hello, I'm jumping in here with just a quick voiceover because I decided apparently to explain the plot, even though I said I wouldn't. And this is just solely me forgetting that I talked about this book before. And that just tells you how my weekend went. Just bear with me during this. I am talking about how they relate to each other and connect. And then it leads into actual thoughts on the stories. So I promise it makes sense. Just bear with me. This coffee shop is kind of like an urban legend, and the legend is just that this coffee shop allows you to travel back in time. There are a lot of rules surrounding the way the coffee shop like functions. Yeah, so it's just a collection of short stories of different people. I assume they all connect in some way, and just these stories of traveling back in time. And so I read the first 2 stories, which were like The Lovers and Husband and Wife, and they were fine. The narration style is omniscient, and normally I'm okay with that, but something about this narration style, like, I can't really explain it. It's kind of weird. I'm struggling to pick up who is who in the narration, like in their head. So I'm kind of getting confused by who's talking, and a lot of the names are very similar, like right now, and it's not really helping my dyslexia. But overall, translation is pretty good so far. Some stuff has been a little repetitive. There are some things that they put in the second story that were like pretty much word for word from the first story, and it just has to do with the rules of the shop. I don't know if it's necessary, but it's not bad. I'm generally okay with it. The second story definitely was like a very sad story, but it kind of just felt meh by the end. I'm not the best with short story collections. I like them, but I also struggle to connect with the characters in that short time. So, but that's that. I'm gonna go for now. Maybe you'll see me again, maybe you won't. Bye. It is currently Thursday, the 11th of November. This is me properly closing out this video. Where am I with reading? I am about 2/3 of the way done with Before the Coffee Gets Cold. My reading has clearly been pretty much non-existent this entire month so far. Usually I can get a book done by now. I'm just stuck dealing with school. I've probably said it many times before in this vlog already, but it's just how the dice rolls sometimes. So yeah, I'm almost there. I should hopefully finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold by the weekend, ideally tonight or tomorrow, but this weekend I don't really have any big assignments due for the first time in weeks, so my goal is to have fun. I already have some exciting plans coming up that I will do my best at vlogging at, but public vlogging ain't my specialty. Hopefully you'll see this in the next vlog, but for now, I hope you enjoyed the many clips of me just doing schoolwork. That about wraps it up. If you liked this video, please give this video a big fat like down below. I don't know, comment down below anything. I really don't know. My brain is a brain fart. I'm exhausted from a very long day of school, so just comment down below anything. And if you like this video and you like my content, please consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, that's all I got. I hope to see you in my next video.